Hello everybody, my name is Shelly. Welcome back to my channel. I am in the process of doing a major declutter. And so I'm doing, in the month of December, I am doing a category at a time, okay? I've done primers, I've done highlighters, I've done setting sprays, I've done mascara, bronzers, contours, blushes. I don't even know, all the things so far. I have 2 more videos of this particular declutter and then a trash video still left to film. Right now, we're getting into, I think concealers was another one I did. Right now we're doing eye primers, eye bases, eyeshadow bases, things around the eyes. There might be some like under eye brighteners, things like that. I think I've got a couple brand new products. My goal is to get rid of the stuff that I'm actually not going to use. I mean, ultimately I'd like to keep 1/3 of what I have. Let me see what the shelf life is for eyeshadow base. How long does eyeshadow primer last? All right, survey says primers can last anywhere from 6 months to 24 months. Face primers will usually last for about 12 months, some even up to 24 months. Eyeshadow primer will usually last from 6 to 12 months. How do you know if a primer is expired? You're keeping your makeup for way too long. True that. Okay, so I'm guessing just based on that we're probably looking at things that are, depending on the application, 12 months at the longest. We might be doing some sniff tests here. Here's what I'm not getting rid of. I just picked this up. This is from Beauty Bay. I've actually really enjoyed their eye bases before. I've had a couple of these now. This one is, like I said, brand new, has not been opened. I picked up a couple palettes recently. I did buy some brow products to go along with it, so I picked up this at the same time just because it's fail-proof or foolproof. Fail-safe, foolproof. I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but it's not expensive. So when I saw it, I'm like, oh yeah, I need to get that. There's a couple eyeshadow bases that I will always buy if I can. This one from Gerard Cosmetics. They usually don't have a sale on these. This is, I think, the second or third. Hold on, this might be the first. Yeah, this is the first, and I've had this. I think I've had this for 2 years. I'm gonna say goodbye. We don't need that. I bought a brand new one. We'll keep the brand new one. This one from Thrive Cosmetics, I have like a hair attached to it. This is like the 360 degree, what is they called? Waterproof primer. I left 360 degrees. I really like this. I don't remember, I don't think I've had it a year. I think this might be getting close to the end. I probably need to replace this. It would make sense. Let me make myself a note to replace this because this is actually one that I really enjoy. And I use it all the way around my eyes, like underneath too. It says 360 lift, so I use it on my eyelids and then underneath my eyelids and wherever I need it. If I like it, I might as well buy a new one, right? Because I don't think I have one. We'll double check. If I already have a replacement, I won't buy one. I'm losing my damn mind, you guys. Okay, I'm gonna toss this right now because I do want to replace it and I think it's old enough to get rid of it. Here's one that I think this might have been a duplicate. This is the one from Juvia's Place. If I recall, their eye primer, they have a lot of different shades. This particular one is in color 2, which is going to be a lighter one. I think I really like this, if I recall. I'm going to keep this because I think I might have one already opened up. If I recall, it's pretty opaque. I don't remember though. I have one from Natasha Denona. This probably needs to be replaced as well. I forget that this is an eye base and I think it's concealer sometimes. That doesn't smell very good. I think I've had this for too long. By Natasha Denona. I'm gonna put that on my list too of things to repurchase. ND Eye Primer. Speaking of super opaque, here's one from P. Louise. This is super, and I love that it's a teardrop type, what do you call that? Not teardrop, like a dropper type applicator because I think it's separated. That's what I didn't like about the Juvia's Place one, now that I remember. This has separated. I don't know that I can use it. It's like the oil is separate from the oil is separate from the color. I have to get rid of this. As much as I like that, I can't do the, if you can't shake it up, how are you supposed to use it? All right, as much as I liked the opacity of it before, now I have to try the Juvia's Place one. I have to see if this is the same. Maybe I got rid of the old one. I don't know. I mean, it does shake in here, so that's an improvement over the one from P. Louise. Oh yeah, that's actually not bad. Hold on. It's too dark for me. It's actually not too bad. I don't know if I would use this as an eyeshadow primer. Maybe. It's almost like a concealer. I'm going to keep this one. I wasn't sure I was going to. See, prep, I prep, I prime, I prep, I prime, eye primer in shade 2. I'm gonna keep that one. It's maybe a little dark, but we're gonna keep it. Okay, this one I absolutely love. This one says thank me later. I've purchased a couple of these already. I think I've gotten them off Amazon. They have like 14,000 reviews, and it, as a clear eyeshadow primer, I think this makes a fantastic base. Keeping that one. I do like a pencil primer sometimes, like a base, eyeshadow base. This one is not too bad. This is from Trestique. I don't remember how long I've had it. I'm getting rid of it. Just on the off chance. Tatcha Pearl. This is more of an eye brightener than an eye base. Really love this. I just got it on my lip. I don't remember how long I've had this. This might be getting to the end of its shelf life. Here's a primer from Tarte that is actually more of a face primer, and it's a putty consistency. I think I actually like the one from e.l.f. more than the one from Tarte. I'm gonna get rid of it. Not really an eye primer. Okay, here's one from ABH. If I recall, this one is very emollient, and I had a hard time getting eyeshadow to stick to it. It's very sticky, so I put it on the back of my hand, which is great because I like that it's opaque, but I don't think it dries down. I'm gonna put this to the side, and we're gonna give it a little patch test here in a little bit. Okay, here's another one from Beauty Bay. This is the original one that I picked up, and it's still in perfectly good condition. I actually really like this eye base. Let me do a little hand swatch here. You can see that it is actually very opaque, and it's not like a clear base. It actually does give you a good neutralized foundation for eyeshadow. Okay, I feel like the ABH one, after I smoothed it out a little bit, it did dry down pretty well. We're gonna keep the ABH one for now, just on the off chance that it actually works for me. Here's one from Wet n Wild. It says photo focus. I don't think I cared for this one that much. Let me see. Yeah, it's separated. I don't want to deal with things that have separated. We're cleaning off the back of the hand. Okay, so yeah, not keeping the ones that are separated. The one that I think I was pleasantly surprised with is this one from Ulta Beauty. This is their matte eye primer. I think they all say nude on them. I'm gonna have to double check these because I know I just bought one, and I think I got one for free, and then I purchased one, but I think I purchased a big one. I don't know if these are any good. I mean, we're just double checking. This one doesn't look like it's been used yet and come out, which is gross. Okay, if it's too firm to get it out, I don't know that that's the right thing. I thought this was new, but maybe not. I'm trying to get some air in so that it'll come out. I don't think I need to keep that one. This one's dirty, so I thought this one was older. This one's clean, and I don't know that this has been used, but let me try this one, see if this is a little... See, this is awfully thick too. So I have two that were pretty thick, and then one that was not so thick. I think I just need to not... Oof, this is gross. I'm not keeping these. I don't even want it on the back of my hand. We're getting rid of those. All right, here's one from AOA. This is the Perfect Eyeshadow Primer. I'm gonna get rid of that one. Wait, hold on. I don't know how old this is. Here's one from Ace Beauté. I think I had a problem with this one. I feel like this one was kind of like the ABH one, where it didn't really dry down, but let me just double check. So I'm kind of distributing it on the back of my hand. It is not as opaque. It's actually kind of sheer. We're gonna give it a second and see if it doesn't dry down to where I can actually use it. I don't need my eyeshadow. Where am I going with it? Here's one that's from Profusion Cosmetic. It says no budge. I don't think this is that old. Let me find out. Oh, it doesn't want to come out. That should be a clear indicator. If you can't get it out, well, no, I'm not going to keep that one. I think I'm getting rid of most of these. I guess it's just something that I don't ever use up, huh? I have one that says Basic Beauty eyeshadow primer on it. This hasn't even been opened, but let's give it a try, since I'm getting rid of more than I'm keeping. Basic Beauty. It almost seems like it belongs at Primark or something, right? Why don't these want to come out? Okay, I can't get it out. I'm not keeping it. Okay, this is actually more of a color corrector than it is, and you guys probably saw my color correcting video. Maybe you didn't see my color correcting video. This one from Milani is one of my favorites, and it doesn't really belong here in the eyeshadow primers. It is a color corrector that I can use under my eyes. Let's put some on, shall we? Just for fun, let's actually just keep layering. I've had a long day, you guys. I know that's not why you're here. But this is magic to me. This looks so good under my eyes. My old lady of a certain age eyes. I don't know if you can really tell the difference between the two, but this is magic. I hope this never gets discontinued. It's not so peach on me that it's orange, which I don't need that. I just need a little bit of neutralizing some of the gray circle under my eyes. Wow. I feel so much better now that I did that. Oh my gosh, you guys. That still hasn't dried down. We're going to give that Ace Beauté a little bit longer. Okay, this probably didn't belong in here. This is actually a mascara slash brow tint. It's got like a brow tint on one side and a mascara on the other. I'm getting rid of that. Here's another one from Profusion. Didn't I just have one of these? Let's see if this is, oh, that's weird that it's got like an angled applicator. This doesn't want to come out either. How old does the stuff have to be if it doesn't want to come out? I finally got a little bit out. This is so thick. It's like a putty. It's so thick. That can't be good. Here's another one from Beauty Bay. That almost looks like a concealer, but I'm pretty sure it's an eye base. Yep, this one's base 2, and it's perfectly fine. Maybe I just need to stick to this and not use any of the other ones. Here's one from Carity, long-lasting anti-crease primer. It's brand new. I'm trying to remember if I've used a Carity eye base before. I kind of want to, but it's also unopened, so I don't want to right now. I might have to wait on this. Here's one from Smashbox. I don't know how old this is. See, this is the problem, is I've hung, oh my gosh. That was like, okay, I don't know what to do with that. This has like a slick feel to it. I just don't imagine that that's going to be, I mean, maybe it'll dry down. I don't know. It came out like toothpaste. So I never realized I was so picky on certain eyeshadow primers. I just wiped off that one that I was going to see if it dried down. Losing my brain, you guys. Here's one from Becca. This is actually more of a corrector, color corrector type concealer, under eye brightening contour. I have another backup of this. I might leave this in here for future use, but I actually really do enjoy that product, so I'm gonna keep that. You know, the $1 billion brows, when I did my brow declutter video, I had another one of these. I think I got rid of everything else, and this just literally fell apart in my hand, so we're gonna get rid of that. Yikes. Remember I said I liked the Thank Me Later? Here's my backup of it. I'm glad I have a backup of that. I also have an unopened backup of the Drug Cosmetics. Super happy about that. I guess I don't need to order the 360-degree eye lift from Thrive Cosmetics. Oh wait, this is old. Getting rid of that. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Okay, you guys, I have a couple of these under eye, what do you call them? They're like a gel. I think this blue one was one that, this is from Becca. I think Mel Thompson actually recommended this. And then I picked up a few other ones. I have one from e.l.f., which is okay. I don't really know what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to kind of like perk up your eyes a little bit. I don't know about this one. This one I just opened yesterday. This is from J-Cat Beauty. I was feeling a little tired under my eyes. I don't really know what you're supposed to do with this product. Boy, that Milani though, I just thought I'd just stay with that. I don't know what to do with these. I'm gonna set these aside for right now because I have to make a decision on them. So I got one of these smudge-proof eyeshadow bases from NARS. That smells strong. Getting rid of that. Here's one from Hourglass. I like Hourglass's Veil foundation primer. I have one of those. I like their Veil setting spray. Oh, this actually feels nice. Okay, hold on. You know how hard it is to get it back in the tube? Shouldn't do that. Okay, let me take a look at this. Okay, that feels very translucent. It's kind of emollient. Let me give that a chance to dry down a little bit and see if I still like that one. Here's one from Believe Beauty. We're gonna get rid of this. Yep, gonna get rid of that. It has a little bit of a fishy smell. I don't think we need that on our eyes. Here's another one from Profusion that's a no budge. I think I'm gonna get rid of this one. This one has never been used. It's brand new, but I don't think I need to keep that particular one. I've got a couple of these Urban Decays. I don't recall, this is old. That was gross. This one, I don't know that this has ever been opened. We're gonna give this one a whirl. Okay, so that one doesn't have the same applicator. I almost like it better if they don't have that sponge tip applicator. This actually looks nice so far. This is like the right size for me. That's clear too, isn't it? This is the right size for me because I don't use them up enough or as fast. Yeah, this one says Eyeshadow Primer Potion Original. I'm not seeing any color in that. Is it really clear? Weird. Here's one from Zoeva, Eyeshadow Fix Matte Long Wear. I don't remember. I think it's been a while since I've purchased Zoeva products, so I don't know how old this is, but it has like a dropper type applicator. That's pilling on the back of my hand. That can't be a good sign. All right, checking the Hourglass feels perfectly fine. We're gonna keep the Hourglass. We're gonna get rid of the Zoeva. I'm just talking you guys through my mental process as I declutter and clean and try to make more sense of what I have going on. Here's one from Dominique Cosmetics. I actually really like this one. It is relatively new, so I know it's going to be perfectly fine, but might as well just take a look at the consistency. Yeah, it's about the same color as that one from Juvia's Place. It's very similar to that, I think. Maybe a little lighter, but I actually really like this one. That was a good one. That was a good solid purchase. Here's one from Jacqueline. This is actually an under eye primer. So I guess you put it on under your eyes before you put your concealer on. It's almost like more of a skincare thing. Yeah, and it feels like a skincare. It actually just feels like an eye cream. I don't know why it's an under eye primer, but it's more of a skin cream. Okay, here's another one of those Ulta Beauty mattes, but you know what? I purchased a big one recently. I'm getting rid of the small one because I don't know how long I've had that. This Nudes Concealer, this came from Primark in Scotland like 3 years ago. Getting rid of it. Here's another one of those e.l.f. under eye, almost like a refresher. I'm keeping it because I don't think it's a bad product to have. Here's I've got a couple of these Morphe eyeshadow primers. I don't know how old these are. I think these are a couple years old. I don't know that I care about all of that. Let me try the other one. This one seems like it has less product in it, which means older. You know what? I don't know what the smell is, the scent, if it's a scent versus a smell, but if it has something, we're getting rid of it. Here's another one of those P. Louise eye bases. Let's see how this is. The first one was liquidy, right? Separated. This one hasn't separated. This one actually feels fine. And it's not pilling or anything. It's not going on super opaque. For whatever reason, I thought it was more opaque. Let me try it in a more dry spot since I just put that micellar water on there. Yeah, it goes on when it's on dry eyelids. It goes on a little bit more opaque, but that still looks like it's in good condition. We're gonna keep that one. I'm also gonna keep the Jason Wu one, Wu Prime Eye Primer. I like the delivery method of this. It's like a kind of an interesting teardrop type. What do you call these? Dropper? It's not really a teardropper, but it's, I don't know. This is relatively new and I purchased a bunch of Jason Wu products. Look at how opaque that is. This is when you want to use the bright colors, not like the Jason Wu neutral browns that don't really show up because they're so neutral, but when you want to use bright, bold colors, my husband would like to call them sex club colors. Not that we know what you would wear in a sex club, but we just assume, like, we just, that's like the running joke. Okay, I have another one of these from Profusion, the No Budge ones. I feel like it pills on my arm and I don't know why. So we're gonna get rid of that one. If we're not in love with it, we're getting rid of it. Okay, here's a Revolution Pro Key Elements Central Eye Primer. I don't know how long I've had this. It's still pliant. Maybe it's not that old. Here's the thing with these pots. I feel like you need a brush to dip in here. My Painterly pot, it gets a little stiff on the top here. This is Painterly from, this is MAC, right? So we're almost done with this. I have another one of these Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potions. I didn't keep one, right? No, I did. I kept this little tiny one. I think I'm gonna keep this one too because I think it's new. Might as well keep it. I do have the Carity Pre-Shadow. Didn't I just get rid of one of these? It smells fine. Looks fine. I'm trying not to keep too many of these with this type of delivery system because I think that, you know, you take it out of here, you swipe it on your lids, you'll get whatever oils or whatever else on it, and then you put it back in here and then puts the oils back into the container. That's kind of gross. We're just gonna make that decision here that we don't like those going forward. Here's another one from NYX. That one doesn't smell great. We're getting rid of that. Oh my gosh, I'm getting rid of most of these. That's kind of actually fun. Here's one from LA Girl that's a, oh, I like that. This is nice. Wow, that's going on very well. I wonder if this will dry down. Okay, I like these pencils. I've had a hard time sometimes finding these that are like a concealer stick, but they're an eyeshadow primer. I like that. Here's one from Jason Wu. I think this is not really, yeah, this is more like an eyeliner or a highlighter, like an eye highlighter here. Like I'll show you. I think it means to go there to highlight, to inner corner highlight. I don't know that this is necessarily an eyeshadow primer stick. I think when I got it, I wanted it to be, but I don't think it was. What does it say on it? It says eye stick. I know that I have like the eye pencils, like the eyeshadow pencils that I really enjoyed some, but it's hard to find like a matte one. The Jason Wu one is not a matte one, but it is an eyeshadow highlighter. Like I think it looks pretty. It looks natural. Not natural. Not, you wouldn't put sparkly bits there and have them be natural. I don't know what I was thinking. But it looks okay. It looks normal. That's what I meant to say. It looks normal. Here's another one of these. This is Pinky Rose Hip Hop. Let's just check this one out. It's very firm. I wonder if it's would be any better than the other one that I just had. Feels a little sticky. That might be good for eyeshadow though. You know what? I'm gonna keep the Pinky Rose one too. This one is Laura Geller. This has never been used. This is brand new. Waterproof eye primer. This is a brand new Laura Geller. The brush has never been flawed before. I don't know. I think this will be all right because I think this is when you twist up the product through the end, you squirt it through. We're gonna try that one. Not today though. And then here's Carity Brow Goals. How did my Carity Brow pencil get in here? I'm just checking to make sure I don't need to keep it. Oh my gosh, I had no idea. So what is this? Is this a stamp? Okay, this is the weirdest thing. So I unscrewed this middle part and there's something else on that side. It's like a 3-in-1. Yeah, 3-in-1 brow pencil, powder, and brush. So I guess that I didn't realize there was a powder in there. I'm not gonna keep this as much as I liked it. I didn't know that it had a powder in the middle of it, which was weird. And then it's got the brush on one side and then the pencil, but the pencil's a little bit firm. That was a random brow product in here. How do I not keep my stuff separated? I thought I had separated everything before I brought it in here, and then I'm still finding random stuff. Okay, I have several of these pots of eyeshadow primers. I've gotten rid of one already. This is one from e.l.f. It is too firm. I think I got it and it was too hard already. Here's one from Revlon. This is the Color Stay, no, Maybelline Color Tattoo in Urbanite, and that feels too firm too. I know where to find this. I don't need to have that. I think that was, I bought that as originally as a dupe for the MAC Painterly. This one I think is still okay. It's pretty firm, but when I get into it with a brush or warm it up with my finger a little bit when I'm not wearing nails, that actually is still okay. I probably ought to look at replacing it. Out of all of them, that's one that I would actually replace. I have one from Makeup Revolution. This is still soft. It doesn't have a smell to it. This is actually softer than the MAC. I'm gonna maybe keep that for now. And then I have one from NYX that's also pretty soft still. It smells a little bit like Play-Doh. Here's my thing with this one. I feel like the cap has gotten discolored. And if the cap looks like it's had yellowing to it, that can't be good. You guys, that is it for my eyeshadow. Oh, I have one more. This one says Smooth Shadow Elizabeth Mott Creamy Eye Pencil in Pearl. What do I feel like that's gonna be? Well, I would have thought it would be shiny, but it's actually not drawing on me at all. We're getting rid of it. Shit's dried up and old. Keep your comments to yourself. All right, you guys, that's it. The only other thing I had in here was one of these Peter Thomas Roth Instant Firm Eye Temporary Eye Tightener. I used this yesterday because I hadn't slept very much the night before, and I used this to clear up that little eye bag. I don't know if it works or not. A lot of people complain that it's hard to put makeup over the top of it. Sometimes it'll pill or it'll break up, and I think you have to go in very, very light with this stuff, and then you let it dry down before you go over it with any other product. I have 2 of these now, so I don't know why that ended up here with my under eye concealers. Probably because I used it yesterday and I thought that would be a good place to keep it. All right, you guys, that's it for today's video. I have whittled it down to just one little, I mean, honestly, I think I got less than half. I'm keeping less than half. That makes me super happy. Even though not all the products in here actually belong in here. Some of them might belong in a different category. Anyway, you guys, I hope you were doing very well. I wish you nothing but love and happiness. I've got a palette video coming up next. I'm gonna go through, not my entire collection, but I'm gonna go through the palettes that I am decluttering. I've done this a couple times now. It can be painful. Sometimes they are brand new palettes. Sometimes they're palettes that I used once and completely forgot about. My collection right now is massive, and I don't want this to fall over on me and kill me or a small child. So we're going through. We're getting rid of the stuff that just no longer serves purpose for us in our lives right now. I hate to waste money. It's hard to do. I want to keep things because I bought them. And the reality is sometimes you just need to walk away from it. Sometimes you just need to go, nope, that was a bad mistake. I don't need this in my life. If we haven't used it, we're not going to use it. Kind of like clothes. I bought a shirt. There it sits. I've never worn it. It's been 5 years. I'm probably never going to wear it. It's okay to donate it. So that's kind of what we're at here. I don't want to donate anything that is potentially spoiled or has turned, has been open for too long. I only want to donate stuff that, you know, might be useful, not harm, do no harm. And so that's kind of where I'm at right now. I do have some people in my life that I think are going to kind of paw through some of it and hopefully be able to get some use out of it. If not, then it'll get trashed. And I'm going to be more conscientious in 2023 when I'm spending my money on, because girls got goals and they don't require me buying every single makeup product out there. So anyway, I love you guys. I hope you guys are doing really well. Stay tuned for my next video. And until then, bye for now.